Hello student, today I am going to teach you about the poem of John Milton on his blindness. Today I am going to teach you about the poem of John Milton on his blindness. Now here is the first stanza of this poem. When I consider how my light, one thing first to know that John Milton was very intelligent student when he was in Cambridge College, and that time he was very handsome. So all the students of the Cambridge, they used to call him as a lady of college, the lady of college, because he was very handsome. So today I am going to teach you about the poem of John Milton on his blindness. Here is the first stanza of this poem. When I consider how my light is spent, when he was in the age of 42 years old, suddenly he spent his sight power and he became blind. So in 42 years, when he was in 42 years, he wrote this poem. It was a sad poem of the John Milton. Now here is the first stanza of this poem, and he has written here, when I consider how my light is spent. That was very sadness of the poet John Milton, how he spent his sight power when he was in for 42 years old. Ere half my days in this dark world and wide, and he considered himself how I have spent my sight power, and in this dark, all the words seemed him as a dark and dark and wide, and that one talent, because he wanted to write the poem, and poetic talent was hidden in his mind, and he wanted to write the poetic form. So here he was very in sad mood and he was very sorrow. That one talent which is death to hide, one day he will die. What he will do? Because he wanted to write more and more poem due to worldly position and condition of the world for the human beings, but lodged with me useless thou my soul more bent to serve there with my maker and present my true account lest he returning child. And he said, when he presented himself before the God, what he will say there? Whole life he spent in this dark and wild world. After 42 years, he spent whole life in this dark and wild world, doing nothing else against of the worldly position for the human being. So how will he present himself before the God? And when the God will ask him, what have you done in this in that world where you have spent your whole life? That is the sadness. So he was very sad and very upset, uh, and he was very upset to himself. He was very upset himself. How will present myself before the God? How will what will say when I will reach from here to heaven, and there the God will ask me, what have you done for me? What have you done there for the human beings? So nothing. There is nothing. No reply. And so he was very sad and rebuked, for very rebuked. Now here, mind here students, just the reference of this stanza is like this to be right here. Reference. This stanza has been written. This stanza has been written from the lesson on his blindness, on his blindness. This stanza has been written from the lesson on his blindness, composed by John Milton. John Milton. John Milton. Context. The poet is in very sad mood because he was blind, and he was unable to compose a poetic sense, or compose a poem. Now here the explanation of this stanza. Explanation. The poet John Milton was in very sad mood, being blind. He had a curiosity, he had a talent, to compose a poem, but he spent half of his life compose a poem, but he had spent half of his life and rest he was in rest and in rest way of life. He was unable to write any poem. And considered himself when he will present himself before God, what will he say? What will he made his reply? What will he made his reply. Now here I have explained the first stanza, and reference of this stanza I have written here. This stanza has been written from the lesson on his blindness composed by John Milton. Context: the poet is in very sad mood because he was blind and he was unable to compose a poem. Explanation: the poet John Milton was in very sad mood. Being a blind, he had a talent to compose a poem, but he had spent half of his life, and in rest way of life, he was unable to write any poem, and he considered poem. So he considered himself when he will present himself before God, what will he made his reply? What will he made his reply? Now here is the sad elegy of the John Milton. It is one of the it is elegy kind of poem, and elegy is one of the poem where the poet is very in sad mood, and so here John Milton is very sad mood because he was very talented and he wanted to write more and more poem for the human beings, but suddenly he spent his sight power. Suddenly he became blind, and it was very difficult for him to write any poem for the humankind. But his curiosity is in his mind to write, and it was a very against condition of the narrating the poem. So he is very in sad mood, and he says, when I will present myself before the God, and that time when the God will ask me, what have you done in this world, in that world, what will I make the reply? What will I make the reply? So it was a first stanza of this poem where the John Milton has narrated it. In the second stanza. Now the second stanza. Now in second stanza, the poet John Milton. First, I have said you that John Milton was very handsome man, and he was called in Cambridge as the lady of college. But suddenly he became blind in 42 years, when he was in 42 years. So he was very sad, and that time he wrote this poem. Second stanza, doth God exact deliver. Hello student. Yes. Stanza 2.
Doth God exact deliver.
Doth God exact
Deliver.
Yes, deliver. Exact deliver. Light denied. Light denied. Question now here. Doth means does. Okay. And I fondly ask. But patience to prevent. But patience. Patience. Patience to prevent. to prevent. Okay. And now next third, the murmur, sad, heartless, sad words, दुख भरी आवाज, the murmur. The murmur, soon replies, the murmur soon replies, God doth not need, God doth not need either man's work, either man's work or his own gifts, who best bear his mild, bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. It is the second stanza of this poem. It is the second stanza of this poem. Now here in this stanza, the poet draws the attention towards the God. Now here in second stanza, the poet draws the attention towards the God, and he says that God is cruel. God is cruel because he denied of light to him, because he denied my light, because he had made me blind, because God is cruel. If he had goodness for me, never he will made me blind. So in the second stanza, he attract towards the God, and he said that God is cruel, denied of light to him. He find fault with God's system. Now here the John Milton said that there is a fault system. Where there is God, there is a fault system, because he has made me blind, and so God is not perfect, he is cruel. Because he was in fire mode, he was in very sensitive mode, he was closest to the God, and he presented himself before the God. In his heart there is essence of the God, and he said to God, and he attacked to God and said that God is cruel because he denied his light, and he find faults with the God system. But after thinking over the matter, when he considered over the matter of himself, so then Milton realized that he should not complain against God. He realized that God never does injustice to his worshippers. God never realized that God never does injustice to his worshippers. God does not expect anything from man in return of his gift. The man who surrenders before him, and cheerfully endures the misfortunes of life and takes them as the will of God is true worshipper. If I, here the poet says that if he, himself he surrender, if anyone surrender before on the feet of God, and here he has told that God, there is no need of God to anything is. So first, second stanza, now the poet attract towards the God and said here, doth God exact day lover light denied? I fondly ask but patience to prevent. He fondly asked, curiously asked him, why I was blind? What I have done mistake? What was my fault? Why did you make me blind? So here the poet says that God is not perfect because he has made me blind, and but as soon as he considered himself that God is not cruel, he is perfect because God does not need anything of the human beings. He does not, God has not interest the gift of human beings. God is himself great.
He never injustice with his worshippers.
And he never injustice against of his worshippers. God is bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. So he serve best for the human beings. God is great because he serve all the human beings in the other world, either the human beings is what kinds, and the God never made the God never make anyone blind or anyone in rust position, because God is one of the Almighty power. So here he is in sad mode, but after he says that God is great because he has presented all things in this world, and he has nothing interest to get the gift of any human beings, A second stanza. Now here I am going to explain with the reference of this stanza. First to write the reference like the first stanza I have written, reference. This passage, dot dot, as I have written, okay, and context is differ from the first stanza. Context. John Milton, the poet John Milton was very upset, very angry. He attract to God attract towards God and says, why he has made me blind? Why he has made me blind? The poet John Milton was very angry. He attracts towards the God and says, why he has made me blind. Explanation. The poet says, God is not perfect because he has made me blind. Made me blind. But suddenly his mind strike. His mind strike against of his opinion. Strike against of this opinion, and says God is the poet says God is not perfect because he has made me blind, but suddenly his mind strike against of this opinion and says God is not unjust or unkind because he has no interest of any gift of human beings. He has no interest any gifts of human beings. He does hard work for us day and night. For us as a day and night. Day and night. Now in second stanza, the John Milton made a complaint against of God. Why did you make me blind? Why? What I have done against of anything, and why you have snatched my sight power? So here he has wrote in question mark, क्यों, क्या वजह था? Does God exact day labor, light the night? I fondly ask. Now here he anger, गुस्से में आकर कहता है यहाँ पर poet. Now here the poet remarked here himself, I fondly ask, but patience to prevent. But himself, his patience prevent against of his words, and soon the murmur replies, his heart, sullen heart, just replied, God doth not need either man's work. There is no importance of the man work before the God. I, we, you, they, all of us entire the world, all of us do our work for us. Never we do our work for the God. There is no interest of our works. There is no interest to God because I do, you do, all of us do our work for ourselves, not for the God. So here either man's work or his own gifts, we who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. We do our hard work for ourselves. We do not do our hard work for the God. So here the poet says, all the hard work who has been done by ourselves, who has been done by our human beings, only all they are the result of their own interest, but all these are not the result for the God. So here the second stanza I have explained it with the reference and context. Last, in third stanza, here the poet says, His state is kindly thousands at his biding speed, and post over land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait. In first stanza, his state, his state as a reference, same to write the reference like as the one first stanza and second stanza. The third stanza, the reference of third stanza is like as the first and second stanza. The context, the poet expresses his complete faith in God. Now here the poet explained that totally faith in God, and so here the explanation of this poem. His state, the poet realized the supremacy of God. Here his state means God state. Here the poet realized the supremacy of God and his will. He is the king. He is the king. Where the God is king. The God is king. At his command, thousands of angels are running constantly all over the universe. They do not take any rest and travel from one place to another in the service of God. So many angels and running constantly all over the universe. They do not take any rest and travel from one place to another in the service of God. But there are others also who only stand at his door. Someone is like the poet himself. He says that I am standing at my door and wait for his command. The poet recognizes himself with those servants because he is unfit for work due to the loss of his eyesight. He further says that those who are unable to do work and calmly submit to God's will also render him genuine service. Once again, a few lines here. And post over lands and ocean without rest, they also serve who only stand and wait. Now here, the poet recognizes himself with those who servants because he is unfit for work due to loss of his blindness. He further says, आगे कहते हैं, he further says that those who are unable to do work and peacefully submit to God's will also render him genuine service. That's enough, students, and try to read and learn it at your home peacefully. I have explained 3 stanzas of this poem. Okay.